Creation is a crystallization and manifestation of the unmanifest dormant universe which was absorbed in God at the time of dissolution. I'm going very slowly because a lot of people are ignorant about the subject of creation. Now, before I move further, let me explain what dissolution is. Dissolution means destruction. Is this an inevitable process? You must have heard about people talking about or prophesizing that the world is going to come to an end very soon. I have been hearing it since the last 30, 40 years, but we are very much here. This universe, this world has not come to an end as yet. Anyway, dissolution has been referred to in detail in the Sankhya system of philosophy. We have 6 philosophical systems in Sanatana Dharma. They are all very profound books of wisdom. And one of them, Sankhya Darshan, deals with creation in detail. In fact, the Sankhya system of philosophy propounded the theory of creation and evolution long before the West even knew of the word evolution. Now, according to this philosophical system, creation is twofold: creative and destructive. How does it work? Creation is the unfoldment of the various orders from Prakriti or nature. Prakriti or nature is insentient. It does not have any life. It is energized by God. This is creation. And dissolution is the return of the various orders back to the unmanifest dormant state. That is, it is absorbed in God. We can understand this because we go through it every day in a small way. When we enter the state of deep sleep, all our mental temperaments, our character, our education, it remains in a dormant, unmanifest state. When you're in a state of deep sleep, everything remains dormant. And when we wake up, then all these things appear again and manifest themselves fully. This is exactly what happens in creation. It's only an unpacking, an unfolding. God releases that which was already in an unmanifest state. He only releases it. So there is a connection between creation and dissolution. We can understand this from a 5-day cricket match. The world, people are impatient. They cannot really enjoy a 5-day cricket match anymore. You have cricket matches where they play 50 overs and now it's even 20 overs. But nevertheless, we do occasionally have 5-day cricket matches. Now, what happens after the first day play? You know, that play is resumed the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th day exactly from the position that the play ended on the previous day, isn't it? Suppose a person who doesn't know the ABCD of cricket goes to watch the match on the second day. He's sitting in the stadium waiting for the match to start. He looks up at the scoreboard to read the names of the players, and to his surprise, he finds that there is a score in front of the players already. Some have 100 in front of them, 100 runs. Some have even 0 to their credit. And he wonders, I can't understand this. The game hasn't even started. And the player already has a duck in front of his name. I think this game is most unfair. I don't like it. But we know, those who know about cricket, they know that this man's plea about the game being unfair is totally wrong because he's ignorant about the rules of the game. This is exactly the case with us. When we blame God for creating an imperfect world, we do not know what creation is about. He has not made anything new. Creation is only an unfolding, an unpacking of that which was already packed within him. I'm repeating this point again and again. He just manifests that which is unmanifest. It's like that game of cricket. It starts from the point where it left off. So the creation that is released by God occupies the same position that it had when the world, the universe was absorbed in him at the time of dissolution. Every individual soul returns to the state that he was in at the time of dissolution. Just as those players, they came back and occupied their respective possessions according to the end of the previous day's play. This whole process is a beginningless one and an endless one. Recent scientists also have accepted that dissolution is an inevitable process. Herbert Spencer said that this process of creation will not continue forever. It will be followed by an opposite process of dissolution or destruction. One day, the heat of the sun will be no more, the planets will collide, and the universe will once again be reduced to a state of nebulae. Nietzsche, another scientist, said that after a long period of dissolution, there will again be creation. He believed in eternal recurrence. Clausius, another scientist, is the founder of the temperature theory. According to him, entropy is the force that is directed inwards, and when the maximum of entropy is reached, that will be the real end of the world. So it's not only the scriptures, but even the scientists have started accepting that creation and dissolution is an eternal process. It is beginningless as it is endless. Therefore, if you really consider it or give it a thought, God has not created anything new. He has only released creation. So when He cannot produce anything new, how can we state or boast that scientists have made so many different new things? They have created atom bombs. They have created nuclear weapons. They have made so many aeroplanes and computers, etc. When God cannot create anything new, how can science do it? All that science does is assemble all the raw material that is already available. With their knowledge, they assemble it together and claim that they have made something new. Suppose you have cooked rice and vegetables. You say, I have made the rice and I have made the vegetable. You're right in a way because you have made it, but you cannot say that you produced something new. All you did was you put a few things together that already existed. For example, probably you know that water is used for harnessing power. Electricity is produced from water. Now, has somebody produced something out of the blue? No. That energy or power already existed in the water, but it was untapped. In the same way, God also does not produce anything new. The creation only returns to the position it occupied at the time of dissolution. Surya Chandra Masaudhata Yatha Purva Makalpayat. This is the Rig Veda. And we also have this very mantra in the Narayana Upanishad, mantra number 40. The Gita also declares the same thing. Bhutagrama sa evayam bhutva bhutva praliyate. 8th chapter, 19th verse. Now, listen to something very important. What is the reason for the recurring return of this universe? The recurring return of the universe, that is creation after its dissolution, it lies in the karma of individual souls. God releases creation so that we can work out our karma. It is because it's due to our karma that He releases creation. He is in no way responsible for the imperfection that we see in this world. The reason is our own karma. He is only a witness of our every action. Sakshi cheta kevalo nirgunascha. Shvetashvatara Upanishad, 6th chapter, 11th verse. God releases creation and He takes a note of our every action as a witness. He does not interfere with our freedom to perform karma. I know you've got a few questions here. What is karma? What is freedom of action? Don't worry. I'm going to tie up all these loose ends as I go along, and the whole picture will be completely clear to you. What I was saying was, it is our karma that is responsible for the recurring creation. God is only a witness. He records our actions and He gives us the fruits of those actions. The Vedas declare, Yathorna nabhi srijate grihnate cha yatha moshadaya sambhavanti. Mundakopanishad. Mantra number 117. The analogy that is given here is that of a spider. Have you ever seen a spider spinning a web? This spider spins a web itself and withdraws this web as well. It also refers to the growth of herbs from the earth and the growth of hair from the human body. In the same way, creation emerges from God, emerges from a seed in which the raw material was already present in an unmanifest dormant state. So hopefully you have understood what creation is. It is a very subtle word, and it does not mean producing something new. It is only a release, a manifestation of the unmanifest or dormant universe that was absorbed in God at the time of dissolution, and He merely releases it. This will answer Darwin's question about God creating an imperfect world. It is evident from what you have heard that God is in no way responsible for the imperfection or the suffering that we see. All this imperfection, disparity, and suffering is due to our own karma. God is like the sun that sheds light on everything. But the sun is unaffected by the defects of our vision. So it is not God who is responsible for any disparity or imperfection. It is we ourselves that are responsible. Now, some people ask a question which is very, very common. Why did God not create a world which was free of merit and demerit right from the beginning? Obviously, there must have been a beginning someday when karma began. So why didn't He create a universe without merit and demerit?